Welcome to Lead and Inspire with Mr. Hutchings, the podcast where we share practical insights, powerful strategies, and real-world experiences designed to help educators navigate the challenges of leadership and create thriving school communities. I'm your host, Mr. Hutchings, and each episode is dedicated to tackling the issues that matter most to you, our fellow teachers, teacher leaders, and school administrators. Today, we're diving into a critical topic for every department head and school leader: how to effectively advocate for the resources your team needs. With budgets tight and competition fierce, we'll explore strategies to help you get what your department deserves and how to make your case in a way that's hard to deny. So whether you're fighting for new textbooks or upgrading lab equipment, this episode is for you. Let's get started. Advocating for resources, making your case, and getting what your department needs. Budgets are tight, and every department is competing for a slice of the financial pie. Whether you're an art teacher struggling to get quality supplies, a science department head pushing for updated lab equipment, or a computer science lead advocating for better software, getting what your team needs isn't just about asking. It's about advocating strategically. A department head who waits for resources to magically appear is setting their team up for frustration. But a leader who understands how to frame requests, align with school priorities, and leverage collaboration can make things happen. Let me share a story about a physics department head who needed new lab equipment. The school had been using the same outdated materials for years: rusty weights, aging sensors, and broken circuit boards. The teachers were constantly improvising, but students weren't getting the hands-on experience they needed. At the annual budget meeting, the department head put in a request for $10,000 worth of new equipment. The response? There's no room in the budget. But instead of giving up, he changed his approach. First, he aligned his request with school priorities. The principal had been pushing for more interdisciplinary projects, so instead of just saying, "We need better lab equipment," he reframed it. If we invest in these tools, we can integrate physics and engineering, allowing students to build real-world projects that connect with math and technology. Hey, that's pretty good. Another phrase he used: we can create STEM showcases and events that highlights innovations, something the school could promote to parents and the community. Both are very appealing. Second, he collected student data. He surveyed students about their lab experiences and gathered testimonials from those who felt they weren't getting enough hands-on learning. Some students even mentioned that not having the right materials had made them reconsider a STEM career. A powerful statement to share with administration. Number 3, he collaborated with other departments. The math department also had been looking for ways to integrate applied learning. Together, they had proposed a joint initiative where physics and math students would work together to practical engineering problems. Suddenly, the request wasn't just for one department, it was a school-wide investment. It's pretty clever. And the fourth approach, he presented a phased budget request. Instead of asking for $10,000 up front, he broke it into phases. $4,000 for essential upgrades this year, $3,000 for a new set of advanced lab tools next year, $3,000 for digital learning resources to support remote and hybrid students. By making the requests more manageable and demonstrating long-term impact, the department secured funding, not the full $10,000 at once, but a phased rollout that eventually got them everything they needed. Strategy number 1. Speak the principal's language. Every school leader has priorities, whether it's student achievement, interdisciplinary learning, career readiness, or community engagement. If your request aligns with what they're already pushing for, it's much harder for them to say no. Want new history textbooks? Instead of saying, "Ours are outdated," say, "These new materials align with the latest AP exam structure and will improve student scores." Need funding for a school play? Instead of saying, "We need more costumes," say, "A well-funded drama program fosters public speaking and collaboration, skills we emphasize in our student success framework." The more relevant you make your request, the stronger your case. Strategy 2. Use data and testimonials. Administrators love data-driven decisions. If you can quantify why a resource is needed, you're more likely to get it approved. Conduct a student survey. How do students feel about the resources they currently have? Collect performance data. Has student achievement dropped due to outdated materials? Get teacher input. If multiple educators express the same need, it strengthens your argument. Compare peer schools. If other schools in your district have a resource that you don't, use that as leverage. A music teacher who wanted funds for new instruments gathered data showing that students in schools with better music programs performed higher on standardized tests. That statistic helped justify the funding request. Strategy number 3. Collaboration is power. Sometimes the best way to secure resources is to team up with other departments. Possible team-ups: the art department and science department. A joint request for digital design tools that benefit both creative and engineering projects. The social studies department and English department. Funding for a debate program that strengthens research and argumentation skills across the subjects. Foreign language department and music department. A cultural showcase event that highlights both linguistic and artistic traditions. When a proposal benefits multiple departments, it becomes a school-wide initiative, making it harder to deny. Strategy number 4. Small wins first, big wins later. If funding is limited, start small. Instead of a big request that's likely to get rejected, ask for something achievable, then use its success to advocate for more. An example of this could be: a digital media teacher wanted a full set of high-end cameras for student filmmaking, but knew the budget wouldn't allow it. Instead, they started with 2 cameras. A year later, they showcased student projects at a school event and used that success to push for a full equipment upgrade. So there's a final takeaway. Make your request hard to deny. Advocating for resources is about strategy, not just asking. Align with school goals, show impact, use data, collaborate, and build momentum. The best department heads don't just wish for better resources, they fight for them. And when they fight smart, they win. And that's a wrap for today's episode of Lead and Inspire with Mr. Hutchings. Advocating for resources isn't just about asking, it's about being strategic, building your case, and working together to create win-win solutions for your school community. Remember to align with school priorities, use data, collaborate with colleagues, and start with small wins to build momentum. If you found today's episode helpful, be sure to subscribe, share it with your fellow educators, and leave a review to let us know how we're doing. Thanks for joining me today, and as always, keep learning, leading, and advocating for the resources that will make your department shine. Until next time, I'm Mr. Hutchings. Stay inspired and keep doing great work for your students.